Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. So one of the things that this Kenya Kwanza regime promised is that it would never subsidize consumption, but it would in turn subsidize production. That is the reason why when they took over the government, they stopped everything that UHURU Kenyatta had put in place. I'm referring to things like subsidy on fuel, subsidy on foodstuff, subsidy on literally everything that was needed. In fact, subsidy on education. That explains the reason why fuel had to rise up to almost 200. That's like, for instance, for case of petrol. Diesel had shot to around 180 something because they had removed all the subsidies. So one particular person, a blogger by the name Gabriel Oguda, shared something on his Twitter handle, and he was responding to this sudden reintroduction of a subsidy on fuel. And he said, your favorite God-chosen president said he scrapped fuel subsidies because UHURU Kenyatta used to eat the money with his friends. Now the fuel subsidies are back, and all UDA online robots can say is a buju-buju. Tears in my eyes. If you look at what Gabriel Oguda shared, and I think this is just a report from April, and he said, that report says, in order to cushion consumers from the spike in pump prices as a consequence of the increased landed costs, the government has opted to stabilize pump prices for the August-September 2023 pricing cycle. Oil marketing companies will be compensated from the Petroleum Development Fund. A comparison between the actual calculated and published prices is shown below. So in this the tabulation, you find that super petrol, the actual calculated prices is 202.01, that is in Kenya shilling per liter. But the published prices are from this tabulated list is that it is supposed to be 194.68, a difference of 0.733. That is yes. So diesel goes the actual calculated price is 183.26, but the published prices should be 179.67, a difference of 0.359 on the higher side. Kerosene 175.22 and published prices 169.48, an increment of 5.74. So that is what the government is compensating, the difference. So I think this is what leads us to this analysis. And because Dennis ITUMBI has suffered an online setback when he attempted to defend the move by saying President William Samoei Ruto was clear there will be no subsidy on consumption. The fact that pump prices have not changed today is consistent with the policy pronouncements of the Kenya Kwanza administration. So, and he went further to say the government has not applied any exchequer funding, which will be a subsidy, but simply given back to Kenyans their money, which we have collected from them in the past in the form of a levy. There is someone who responded to Dennis ITUMBI, and it was so sarcastic, and he referred to Dennis ITUMBI as a ghost worker. And this is what he said. Are you struggling to explain ghost worker? The fact is, it is a subsidy. There is nothing wrong to subsidize a commodity. We need more subsidies to cushion us further. The fuel prices should be where it was before. In a nutshell, Dennis ITUMBI is being schooled by Kenyans that whatever he's saying in many words ni subsidy too. Unajua kitu kimoja ambacho nataka nikuelezee hapa ni kuwa last year wakati hii serikali ikiingia mamlakani ilisema we will teach these people agricultural economics. I mean, those were very huge words. And I have to be honest, because this government has been saying so many big things. I remember even the issue of dollar. Walisema kwamba hii dollar tutashukisha to 115. We'll trade, we'll buy oil using Kenya shillings. And they made that move, and I think that move was successful. So they said they will buy in Kenya shillings, and by the time July inafika, dollar will be 115, 120, 115 there. The only strange thing is that right now dollar is around 143. I mean, imeenda tu higher, imeenda juu zaidi ya venye walisema. Okay, that's just one scenario. There's also another scenario, the one that I refer to, of agricultural economics, the subsidy of fertilizers and the like. When they say we will subsidize production and not consumption. So this regime has been chest thumping, saying that they have a way of reducing a commodity without necessarily putting subsidy in place. And that's why you find that Dennis Itumbi anajaribu kutetea hili swala la subsidy na kusema mambo mengi, anasema vizungu vingi, but the end of the day ni kwamba this is just a subsidy. How could Dennis Itumbi say the government has not applied any exchequer funding, which will be a subsidy? Whereas the EPRA talks about PDF, the Petroleum Development Fund, that is imewekwa pale to compensate the oil companies in Kenya. I mean, Dennis Itumbi anajaribu kuchezea wa Kenya, and that's the reason why people have responded to him, and he has been termed as a ghost worker. This particular Twitter handler who said, "What are you struggling to explain, ghost worker?" Huyu amemwai Dennis Itumbi pale panapotakikana, because Dennis Itumbi is truly a ghost worker. What is he doing? Ili swala lote la mambo ya subsidy, ikiwa serikali imeshindwa na mambo ya ile agricultural economics, walete tu subsidy back ili hizi vitu zifanyike, because there's no point stopping Uhuru's plans. Uhuru had these subsidy plans in place to caution Kenyans against the skyrocketing prices. There is no point doing that, stopping it. Well, you know very well that Kenyans wanaumia. One of the agenda, number one agenda ya Azimio ni hizi mambo za subsidies irrigation. I think this could be one of the things that maybe RUTO regime is trying to counter, trying to counter that dialogue that is happening at Bomas, trying to counter it by saying that, look here, this issue of high cost of living ni kazi yetu, sisi ndio tunaintroduce hizi vitu, because this subsidy is supposed to run from August to September, and the estimation in terms of the time frame of handling these all issues, that by the end of August inatakana kwamba hii mambo ya discussion ya Bomas imeisha. So if by the end of August hii mambo ya discussion ya Bomas imeisha, and the government will be saying that si unaona tumeweka subsidy kwa mafuta tayari, si unaona mafuta imeanza kushuka na tutaweka subsidy kwa hiyo, so tusiongelee swala la high cost of living. So this is just a strategy to counter that talk which officially started last week, and yesterday there was some familiarization session, at the Bomas, in a bid to push this issue of talks successfully, whereby there was that talk that the parliament should enact a law that officially recognizes this team, that everything that will be said hapo itawekwa katika katiba. So that was one move that was done yesterday. So what these people are trying to do is to counter hii high cost of living, kusema kwamba sisi tuko na a way of dealing with this, but the way of dealing with the high cost of living is subsidy too. And that's what Azimio have been saying. And that is what Kenya Kwanza are now doing, reduction or reintroduction of subsidy. So ladies and gentlemen, can you tell us below the comment section there whether you think what William Ruto is now doing is simply trying to comply with Azimio's demands? Because I think that is the point here, complying with Azimio's demands and going back to Uhuru's initial plans of subsidies, because the idea of subsidizing consumption, which they said haiwezekani, inabidi wairegelee. Hiyo ndio the only solution. So ladies and gentlemen, can you tell us below the comment section there And also, I'd like to kindly urge you, anybody who was not subscribed to this channel, to please consider subscribing to YOLENO TV. If you're not giving this video a like, please just consider giving this video a like, hit the notification bell, and also I'd like to kindly urge you to stay safe, stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.